Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, that blue number. Hello, Bimlao. I'd love to stick around, but I have work in the morning. I completely understand. You weren't one of those who voted on the poll then for this, only to say that you can't stay, were you? Between this, I put out a community post, which I know YouTube is... There was once a way to really kind of game those community posts where people were just getting in front of everybody. I think YouTube has since really course corrected that. Really course corrected it. And now they barely show it all. So there you go. At least for me, I barely see them anymore. All I see on the YouTube homepage is honestly shorts and then like 2 videos that are completely irrelevant to, well, maybe one of them might be relevant, but it's been a particular mess for me, I can say. But when is it not? So I put out a poll earlier that asked what you guys would want to watch. There were 32 votes. It was actually fairly split, where I think maybe 1 or 2 people said do a normal podcast. Most people said play more Oblivion Remastered, and then a handful in second place was Expedition 33. So what I'll probably end up doing is play Expedition 33 immediately after this. But for now, we'll be jumping into Oblivion. And on top of that, I will have a video releasing either today or tomorrow. Interesting the turn that it took. Where it was originally like 20 minutes and then it got cut down to 11 somehow. But there you go, that's the editing process for you. That's editing. I really don't know how that happened, though. I was trying to make a video essay style centered around Oblivion Remastered, but I still think it's a good conversation and it doesn't overstay its welcome. I know a lot of content creators that sort of yammer on and they hammer home the same points for quite a while, and then you're like, alright, I heard this. So I tried to just cut out where I felt like it was getting a bit samey, but I'm working on that. It's actually all edited. I just need to do the thumbnail. And then it will be all set, which is exciting. But for now, let me get Oblivion Remastered booted up, shall we? Shall we? How is everybody doing tonight? I hope you're having a good evening. I hope you're having fun. There's plenty of games. Too many games to come out in such a short period of time. I don't know what to play. Well, I do for tonight, but you know what I mean. It's exciting. It's a very exciting time to get to be a gamer. It's an exciting time to get to be a Bethesda fan, but also just a gamer in general. So, excuse me for one more moment while I step out to just get a chord so I can kick it back a little bit more with a key controller. But we will be getting started very shortly. How does everybody feel about Oblivion Remastered? If you have played it so far? Out of curiosity. I'm wondering if everybody sort of... If everybody sort of feels as though it has exceptional quality and everyone unanimously loves it, or if you have some gripes with it. Because what I've been seeing is actually a bit mixed depending on where you look. It's interesting. I don't know. Maybe it's just Reddit. Maybe it's just a Reddit thing. Maybe I need to stay off that platform. Maybe it's gotten worse. I don't know. I haven't been on Reddit in a very long time. At least not actively looking through Reddit communities. But a lot of folks in Reddit were not happy with the remaster. A lot of folks on Twitter are happy with the remaster. At least from what I'm seeing. And I get why. I have my own gripes about it. I have plenty of gripes. I think that, for example, I've seen numerous people at this point remark on the performance, and that's just an Unreal thing. Everybody says everything should go to Unreal. All games should be in Unreal, Unreal, Unreal. And yet it's suddenly then when a game comes out in Unreal, they're like, "Oh man, the performance. What about that performance?" And I always found that funny. It's like, well, you kind of knew. This isn't news. You knew this was coming. I will say though, for everything that I could potentially say, oh, didn't like that. I do think, as a whole, that the Oblivion Remaster is the definitive way to experience Oblivion. I genuinely do think that. It is such a brilliantly done and faithfully done recreation of all of the things that Oblivion did well, mixed with all the things that Oblivion did poorly, that we can now laugh at. Oh boy. And it's hard to admit, like, hey, this is actually was really terrible about the original. And it's crazy to think about how high regard you hold it in. Like, what everybody is seeing now, some people for the first time, is just how I saw Oblivion, especially on the visual side. I saw someone else comment about this, but it's like, no, that's just how... This is exactly how I saw the game when it came out 100 years ago. Like, everyone's seeing, oh, look at the beauty of Unreal. And what's really cool about it, too, what a lot of people might not know, is that there's actually a lot more creation in this than folks might believe. And what I mean by that is that Unreal is really just for the visuals. The rest of it is Gamebryo, actually, because this was before Creation Engine. So it's really cool to see that a lot of this game is actually the same, in so many ways, is the exact same as we did know it back then. You know, I think a lot of people assumed that when this came out and they heard, oh, it's going to be made in Unreal, it's going to be made in Unreal. I think a lot of people just assumed that it was going to be mostly Unreal, and then there'd be like, even I said, that's what I kept saying. I was like, oh yeah, it's probably gonna be like, it's probably gonna be the Unreal Engine, and then you're going to have the like Havoc. Bethesda games always used Havoc for their physics, and I said they'd probably integrate that, and they're gonna say, okay, well, now you get the same silly physics that you like, where you can pick up every object, because we know that Todd Howard has commented about that specifically in the past, but now you're going to get it in the beauty of Unreal. Why can't we see it? Because I'm just chatting right now. I'm just chatting right now. And also, I guess a bit selfishly, it makes it easier for me when I go to edit this, if I want to put in timestamps. I can easily find out when I switch screens to know when's the discussion versus when's the gameplay. I guess technically I could put myself full screen. For all, what, 5 of you? 4? You'll see me in a bit. Don't you worry. Don't you worry about a thing. I wish that Bethesda, they would have included a photo mode too. It's very surprising to me that there is no photo mode in this. Because it's such a gorgeous looking game. Unbelievably so. And I do see some people getting some really good screenshots. But of course, all of them are done with that clunky HUD that's stuck all up in the middle of it. You know? And congratulations too, before we really do get started here in just a little bit. Before we really do get started, it's crazy too that it's crazy to me too that during the same week, it's before cameras were invented. That is true. They didn't have any. Then how do we see our character in third person, huh? Huh? Riddle me this, riddle me that. Riddle me this, big Todd Bat. That's right, you can't. No, you can. I would have to say, my biggest, as I see a couple other people coming in, my biggest, the Mystic Pixie. Right, I forgot that, yeah, the Mystic Pixie, in all of its glory. Third person, yeah, I would say my biggest complaint at the moment would probably be the difficulty spiking. So if you turn it from normal to hard, the game just becomes, I don't want to say unplayable, but it's just, it is, the only thing I was able to kill was rats. The only thing I could kill was rats. If a wolf came up, better run. If If a bandit was there, SOL, baby. Oh. All right, well, welcome everybody. Thank you for stopping in. We're going to get started in just a little bit. I'm distracted because I do have a video that I worked on today. That's all recorded. So hard is actually hard. Listen, it's not that it's hard. It's just it's the balancing of it, which is not fun. The balancing of it in such a way where you guys can see what I'm working on. I'm deciding how I want to do, here, we could transition here. Welcome, everybody. We're deciding how to do, a thumbnail for a video that I worked on. I really love this screenshot, but at the same time, I don't want to just use a screenshot. So I was like, all right, well, oh, there's my face. That's what I use for the thumbnail of this video. But I have, like, for example, I have this, you know, trying to find some of my own footage with screenshots that I took. But again, it just doesn't have, this is what I was saying, it doesn't have a photo mode. So you can't angle the camera the way you want. I know that some people found out how to toggle the free cam, which I guess I will need to do. But I was just pouring through the footage that I have, trying to see, hey, is there just some really, really good shot in my footage that I captured? Definitely not that one. In my footage that I would like to use for this. I think I see me getting swarmed by a couple bandits. But I can't find one that I'm quite happy with. So there you go. I was working on that. But okay, I love this. I think this is an awesome screenshot. Same with Eel Shiagorath here. But I wanted something grander. I wanted something cooler, like something more epic and grandiose, to put the generic text that's gonna be, what is it? It's legendary drop style. This. What would it be? They hate this. They hat this. And then you make it bigger and bolder, and that's the only thing you have on the screen. And you add the little drop shadow, and oh, that's way too far. And then boom, thumbnail done. You know what I'm saying? DeMarco not playing on the hardest difficulty. It's not hard. That's the problem. It's not hard. It's the tedious difficulty. It's the tedious. Baldur's Gate on high difficulty is hard because the AI gets smarter. This game, Oblivion Remastered, is just, oh, you like doing damage to the enemies? What if you did none instead? That's not fun. That's not hard. And honestly, I could get over the performance. I could forgive the performance. Hell, there's even mods that already fix the performance. There's already mods for that. You could download them right now if you're on PC. There are no mods right now that can fix this difficulty. God damn. You hear excuses. So anyway. That video's done. It's right here. There's my face saying goodbye. So, there you go. New video. It's already uploaded. Ready to go. I just gotta make that thumbnail. But let's boot up Oblivion, shall we? We'll figure out what we're doing with the thumbnail after the stream. Because we probably won't upload until tomorrow anyway. Yeah. And let me just swap over the music here. There we go. Bethesda does. They really do. Every single game, that's how they manage difficulty, is they just say, oh, well, we'll give them more. It's just multipliers, which I guess is the easiest way to do it. They just say, hey, we are going to raise their damage percentage and lower your damage percentage. That's always been Bethesda's method. And yet, the issue with Bethesda using that method is that people are tired of it. And it's been the same complaint. And Bethesda, Todd Howard, was it Todd that came out and said, I'm pretty sure it was, who came out and said, oh, well, we could make the AI super duper smart. And by that, I think he means they probably put in, like, accuracy, so it will, you know, if they're using guns in Starfield, it'll shoot you, you know, they'll hit you more often instead of missing you. It's probably what he means. Yeah. How do I get this Discord overlay out of here? There we go. That's probably what he means by we could turn up the difficulty. Or we could make the AI super smart. But that should be how it's configured. That should be what makes it harder, is the AI will play more tactically. Like, they will take cover more often. They will not... I think it was Mass Effect 2, maybe Mass Effect 3, that if you up the difficulty, all the enemies would just grenade spam you non-stop, which was awful. But... so not necessarily that, but have them flank you a little bit more, right? Those are the things that you want to see in difficulty, not health sponges. This is just a really cool menu. I'm not over this menu. Hey, King! I was watching your podcast and channel update before. Really good to see you back, and really good to see Mississippi Queen as well. Artificial difficulty is silly, but killing rats is doing the Lord's work. Well, we're going to be doing plenty of it. I have two characters. I have Aurelius I was playing in my own time, and I have Remus Tear. Now, what I wanted to do for... oh. What I wanted to do... I guess it only has up to 5 autosaves. What I wanted to do for Remus Tear was we didn't actually do anything with him. And when I had played... this is a character I was using when we streamed part 1. When I had played, I had basically... I mean, I guess you could just even use this as a screenshot. Or this as a screenshot. Yes! There you go. But I don't want that on any thumbnail, ever. Yeah, we're going! So what I wanted to do was actually... first off, we meet again, Spider-Man! DLSS frame generation off, the video reflex off, anti-aliasing, screen space reflections, motion blur off, good, 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 show VRAM, we'll turn that off. VSync match refresh rate, and let's just raise some of those settings there. All right, and this isn't even that ugly. This isn't that bad. He's not terrible. Come on. His mom was half goblin, his dad was an elf. You can't fault him for that, okay? You can't. But what I wanted to actually do was I wanted to kind of go back to... although I have a couple locations discovered, and by a couple I mean all of 1, 2, 3, 4. I wanted to actually 5, 6, like 7. I wanted to go back to the Imperial prison sewer and start playing the game as if I had just come out the sewer. We do have some fancy clothes on. I think these are enchanted robes. Or, yeah, we have resist fire and fortify speechcraft. So he's going to need all the help he can get with speechcraft. And the fire resistance isn't too shabby either. But I do... Whoa. But I wanted to play as if we just got out the sewers. And everything that I've always done... First off, we're also under the Atronach sign. Where did I get a steel sword from? Oh, well. We're coming out the sewers a little bit armed. More armed than we normally would be. But I wanted to do it as if it was the first time I escaped from the Imperial prison. And the first thing that I always do when I get out of the Imperial prison... Well, for this, I think what we want to do is actually go try to join the Mages Guild. Because Remus Tear is part elf. He's part goblin. And honestly, his goblin... So, he tried to reintegrate with goblin society, but they did not accept him. Which he took as a bit of a surprise. Nobody else possibly did. So, now, ultimately, my goal, Remus's goal, is to just avenge get revenge on every single goblin for the ones that slighted him. He was ostracized by human society. He was ostracized by goblin society. He's not really welcome anywhere. But he can take it out on the goblins, and they won't send the guards after him. They won't send... The goblins won't send guards. If he starts attacking people in the city, they're going to send guards. And we can't fight against the guards. Remus is smart enough to know that he can't fight against the guards. But what he can do is he can go to the Mages Guild. I keep wanting to say the College of Winterhold. We can go to the College of Winterhold and start learning some magic to slay most of the goblins. Preferably all of the goblins. We hates them. We hates them. So we actually have no reason to go into the Imperial City. Which would mean that our closest bet is going to be Cheydinhal, believe it or not. I believe. Coral. Coral would be close. We could go up north to Bruma. We could go to Cheydinhal as well. Which, honestly, it wouldn't be the worst thing to stop in some Ayleid ruins. Because we were born under the Atronach sign. What he is a mistake. Whoa, 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 whoa. See, that's what brought him to this savagery in the first place. It's people like you, Jonas. It's people like you that turn Remus into a murderer. Remus absolutely would join the Dark Brotherhood, though. He would be welcomed there. He just doesn't know how. He doesn't know how to get into the Dark Brotherhood, but I'm sure it'll happen at some point if he were given the opportunity. So, what would be smart of us to do, because we were born under the sign of the Atronach, which means that we can't regenerate magicka. So, whoa, that is some glowy fire. So what would be smart of us to do... Ow! God damn, that hurt. It's having the name Remus that made him feral. Remus Tear! His name is Remus Tear. He chose it himself because he thought it would be the most human name. He actually had a goblin name. Hello. I'm here for your Welkin stones. Not if I hack you first. Oh, shoot! See, this is what I'm talking about! They already... No! Apparently, yes. Go after him. Jesus! By the gods! Alright. Got you? Mud crab! We're already out of magicka. Go after him. I'm not dying to a mud crab. Alright, you're gone. You're gone. Thank you, Skelly. Bob. Thank you, Bob. Bob the skeleton. Oh, wait, I don't want lockpicks. I refuse to use... Actually, to be brutally honest, I shouldn't be using this sword either. Remus doesn't like using all... Just drop that. He doesn't... We don't mind a dagger. We don't mind a dagger. Mutton. Sure. But we certainly don't want to be using swords. Weak potion healing. That doesn't make it better. I would say it makes it better. I think that's a smart way to play, Jonas, is to pick all the characters. Hello. I don't need... There we go. I don't need my skeleton to take care of you. Now, being born under the Atronach Stone, one of the most useful things we could get are these alien wells, because they will recharge our magicka. And they do replenish over time, so we have to remember where they are so that we could revisit. But the other way to replenish magicka, of course potions, is one way. But a better way is to find Welkin stones, because that will completely... Go, Bob! Go! Distract him. Good distraction, Skelly. Good distraction, Skelly. Alright, you got nothing for me. Hello? Nice try, small fry. Do you still hurt if I walk into you? No. Okay. You should call him Bones. Bones the Skellington. Bones or Bob, chat. What should the skeleton's name be? Or unless you have more suggestions. Which is why you picked alchemy as a major skill. I do have alchemy as a major skill. It's going to be crucial to brew our own potions.
Hello. Who's there?
Can you guys hear the game audio? Could you just hear her? Ask who's there. Whoa! Put that thing back where it came from, or so help me. Okay, good. I just wanted to make sure that you guys heard as well. What I should also be using is... first off, open very easy lock. We want that hotkeyed. Soothing touch, no. Hell ride. What is hell ride? Fortify speed, fortify acrobatics. No, not just yet. This...
By the gods, there is a psychopath on the loose.
By the gods! Can't wait to see how you like Claire, Obscure. That is coming right after this stream. I'm hopping on to try Expedition 33. Thank you, Chris, for the $20 super chat. I can't wait either. I've heard really good things about the story, and if you know anything about me, one of the most important things in a game for me is story. Anything with a good story, I'm on board for. I want to play. Give it to me. Give it to me. You cried! Chris, I want to know what kind of a game can make you cry. That's impressive. That was the other alternative, but I put out a vote, and see, that's exactly what we need right there. That Welkin Stone is going to be a savior for us. Let's get some shield back on us. Whoa! Come on! Oh, you have a dagger! Oh, ow. You had a dagger. Where did you drop the dagger? Can I please... There it is. Yes. Haha! Oh! Here. Have a bob. Take a bob. Go after the bob. Good bob. Whoa! Cold touch. You had a dagger too. Where did you drop yours? There it is. Iron dagger. Let's equip the dagger. There we go. Alright. Now we don't need to solely rely. We have a bowl, flower, stone pitcher. Welkin stone, please. Which we already need to use one. But that's okay. Iron cuirass. No, that's much too... That stuff is much too heavy. Green robe hood. Huh. Very easy. I can open... Very easy. Gold. Nice. Why won't you die? Huh. 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 Very easy. I can open very easy. And gold, thank you very kindly. Alright. We need to find more Welkin stones. Lest we run out of magicka once more. Is anybody in here? Oh, you're sleeping. I'm just going to walk right up to you. Right up. If I have your consent to touch you, please keep shaking your butt. Okay, thank you. I'm going to lay my hands on you now. I had consent. You saw it. They responded. Huntsman leather pants. Iron war axe. No, Remus isn't interested in dirty scroll. Some of the men were worried about these old ruins being haunted, but Mephala, take them. The spot's going to be perfect. Oh, I got a new mug. It's not plain white mug, but it is, I think, a good one. Lord of the Cats, the furlough ship of the ring. You can't have plain white mug every time. And a hall of Welkin stones. Which is very easy. Oh, fudge. That was a waste. I can open very easy. Golden repair hammer. We will need... I don't really need repair hammers, honestly. Whenever I play Oblivion, I always like to play it in such a way that's specific to the character. For example, if I'm playing an orc warrior, right? They wouldn't be interested in picking up, like, scrolls and robes and all that stuff. And, like, just every single magic enchanted item because... I'm right here. This is one of my other big complaints with it.
Hello. Who's there? Who's there?
Get up and look!
Hello? Who's there?
Have a bob. And... chill. Everybody freeze. Oh! Bob! I'm coming! Ow! Ooh.
Won't you die?
Oh, protection, 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 protection. Bob, distract him. Good job. There we go. Bob, distract him. Good job, Skelly. Ugh, too heavy. Oh, yeah, we could just take a seat. Contemplate the journey we've been on so far. Alien ruins, huh? Huh, Bob? Go figure. It's crazy. They would, if they were savvy about making money, don't know what this does, but the scholarly love throwing money at these rolls of paper. I like to, I mean, it depends on the character I'm playing, right? But I always like to I'm confused as to this gameplay. What are you talking about? Role-playing? You don't understand role-playing. Leaving loot behind? Is it the idea that I leave stuff behind? Calipers. I think Mike the Liar's looking for calipers all the time. Warm, cozy fire. Oh, we need to use another Welkin stone as well. Alright, next room. Oh god, I love the lighting. It's so cool. And I think that you made the scale a little bit bigger too, so things... Oh. Oh. No, come on. Why am I on fire? Why am I on fire? Please excuse my horrible ugliness. I'm so ugly that I caught fire. Okay, well, that is a bug. Well, goddamn if you saw this running at you in the night. Ah, yeah, Spider-Man! Forget Green Goblin, we're becoming Hell Rider. We're also walking around this dungeon in bare feet, too. Immersion! Yeah, oh, hello. Can I set you on fire?
Hello? Who's
Oh,
there?
I opened you. Did you see me open you? Die, bandit! Ghost Rider. Yeah, what did I say? Hell Rider. Oh, I said Hell Rider. Ghost Rider. Whoops. Sorry, I'm thinking Oblivion. Wow, that is very sad. Please, everybody, dislike the stream. Please forgive my horrible ignorance. You knew what I meant. Maybe it's all of you that are wrong. Yeah, that must be it. Weak potion of grounding. Resist shock. See, this is really silly to me, too, is like the potion is all the way up here on the top left, but you gotta read all the way on the bottom right to see what it does. There's some really, really silly UI things with this. Is there more to this dungeon? Is this it? Up! Welkin stones! Oh. You're not a Welkin stone. Do you have a Welkin stone? No. I'll take your dagger, though. I'm on fire. It's the pants! It's the pants! Resist fire, 10%. That's all I... Oh, there we go. That's all I needed. Secret tunnel. Hello. I have a friend. Play with him. Right up your alley. Oh, God. Ah! Go on. Get him, Skelly. Yes! Mort flesh. I don't know if I want mort flesh. I'll take the mort flesh. I don't think I want the mort flesh. This is where I came from. Okay, gotcha. I'm understand. Hello, Bob. You scared me there. You are terrifying with that axe. Let me tell you what's what. So is this a dead end? Oh. We have more. These ruins all get very confusing because they start to look the same. Gate easy. I can't open easy. I don't have that spell, so we'll need to come back to this ruin at some point. But there is a downstairs. There's a basement. We could go chill in the basement. Ooh. A sub basement. I wonder, I do have a turn undead up to level 3. Will this work on you? Run! Flee! Or stand there. That's fine too. You could stand there. I'm pretty sure the spell says they flee in terror, in horror even. I thought the item description was like, flee in horror, that axe though. It's a good looking axe. Alright, I need another Welkin Stone. Yes. Ah! Play with him. Get your Bob. See, look how much Bob does with his axe versus my magic. Bob, teach me your secrets. Damn it. Welkin Stone. Alien chest. Potion of Grace. Restore agility and healing. Beautiful. All these secret tunnels. What are you guys hiding from me? Oh! Bob! Oh, that's not Bob. Bob! Go, Bob, go! Get him! I will protect myself. There! Got him. Bone meal. Restore fatigue. Damage fatigue. Well, he doesn't have any friends. Look, he's a flaming, ugly goblin monster. Of course he's lonely. He can't even get close. Wait, if I go in the water, will it put it out? Nope. He's perpetually on hellfire. Oh, hello. Very easy. I can open very easy. I can't cast ranged spells underwater. Okay. But I can be set fire underwater. Of course he's gonna be a lonely soul. Should I just name every skeleton something different? Which one's mine? You both look the same! I can't attack you, Bob! Good job, Bob. I knew it was you the whole time. Stone. Hello. Ah! Swing and a miss. Average, average. Easy. Easy. Can't open that. But I can. Come on. Come on. Yes! Thank you, thank you. The Welkin Stone is mine. Your power is mine! Whoa, calm down. Sorry I took your stone. It's your fault that you're locked up in there. Is this supposed to be a jail? And if so, why did they lock you up with axes in the room? These no wonder these aliens are dead. They were stupid. Oh, that's what that gate went to. Okay. Ow! Look how piddly my damage is. He's gonna kill me if he gets that shot off. He is absolutely gonna kill me. That, and we have a potion of sorcery. And then we... There you go. Go after... Should I name every skeleton something different? Good job, Reese. You did it. You saved my life. Because I can't do it for myself. Where are you going? Get back here! What? Where are you? What are you running off to? You're gonna die before you get there, buddy. Oh, you wanted to get to the other skeletons. Oh, that was actually really sad. He wanted to go home with his buddies. Too bad I'm the only friend he needs. Alright, now how do we get out of here? There we go. We are now loaded with... How many? We have, what, 6 Vulcan stones? We have 6 Vulcan stones. Which is good. That's a pretty good haul, I would say. We have 6 Vulcan stones, and we have a permanent intimidation factor. Honestly, I would call this dungeon a win. Now, we don't need friends, because we have the ever-loving warmth of the fire that surrounds us, that penetrates us, that binds us. All should submit to the all-warming god of the fire. Boop. Is there a god of fire? Not really. There's a god of nature. Kinnereth. The god of the gondola. The Gondor of wind and nature. No! Oh, we're not on fire anymore. Although it's a beautiful day. The well is recharged. Oh, fantastic. Don't mind if I yes. Draw power from the well. Alright, so first things first. We need to get better magic. We need better spells. We also need to level up. Man, it is gorgeous out here. Y'ffre is the god of nature? I thought it was Kinnereth. Is Kinnereth just the god of wind? Who's Y'ffre? Never heard of a Y'ffre. Y'ffer? Old Yeller? Okay. Can I take you without the help of Bob? Yes, I can. Although you can get me too! Jeez! I've got you, Crab! Yeah! You've soiled your plans! Now you cannot feast on the clams that dot the ocean floor. For today it's crabs, tomorrow it's goblins. Karen Bolette is really good because it... Oh god, a wolf. Karen Bolette is really useful because it can be used to make restore health potions. Oh, it's not in the Imperial Pantheon. Okay, so it's not in the correct Pantheon, so it's not a real god. I get it. Don't worry, I understand. I'm gonna need Bob for a wolf. Go on. Go after him. Ah, wasted. Gold. I'm not skinning a wolf. That's disgusting. Nice, Arcane. Just get through your commute. And then you're home, sweet home, buddy. No worries, no worries. I'm loud and obnoxious and I scream a lot at things I shouldn't scream at, so... I understand. If you don't want it in the background. Not the type of thing I'd want to fall asleep to. The Roxy Inn. I do need a bed to sleep in. We spent the whole night adventuring. Bay horse. We spent the whole night adventuring. I wonder if they did a thing. Oblivion had a really interesting...
What's new with you?
I ran into some goblins in the woods not long ago.
Oh, hello.
Nasty.
What's going on with you?
Saw a
Can't
mudcrab
stand
a couple of
the
days
sight
ago.
of those
Ugly
creatures.
little animals.
Bye.
Well, at
You
least
too.
they're slow and not too bright. Their pincers are sharp, though.
So long.
Sugar and
Farewell.
sands, friend.
Those famous for good deeds may receive blessings of intelligence and magica when they visit.
Yes?
There's a lot of people
You've seen way shrines in the wilderness?
in this inn.
Those who've pleased the Nine may receive blessings of willpower at the... You too.
They say that when you murder someone, the Dark Brotherhood comes to you in your sleep. It's how they recruit new members.
No. Really?
Yes.
Heard any news from the other provinces?
Have you ever met
Nothing
anyone
I'd like
who
to
got
talk
rich
about.
betting on the
When you murder someone, you could join the Dark Brotherhood.
How do you do?
We can exact our revenge. This is the first step. This... Oh, wait, hold on.
How about that?
Hold on.
Talking about the Emperor's murder. We have no Emperor and no heir.
This is the first step.
How do you do?
It's the first step to enacting our plan. Our plan of taking revenge on the humans who made fun of us. All we have to do is murder one measly soul. One soul isn't too hard. And then we'll be able to meet the Dark Brotherhood and take out all of them. And first, them, then the goblins, then the world. Now I just need to find someone to murder. After we get past the loading screen. Alright, there's your roleplay. Now I'm actually gonna go right to bed so I can level up.
Hello.
Hi. I don't know how to make this request any simpler, but to put it bluntly, Raylan the Gravefinder must die.
Who?
A few months ago, that witch of a necromancer decided to inhabit Moss Rock Cavern just north of my inn. I don't know what she does in there. Frankly, I don't want to know. However, I do know that after she arrived, the woods at night became unsafe. I've seen undead of all types walking in the dark woods near the cave entrance. Now, this area is getting a bad reputation, and my business has waned. Every day, it seems the number of undead increase. If someone can get into the cave and kill Raylan, maybe we can stem the tide. Her death pays a handsome bounty. I hope they'll take advantage of the opportunity. There's a bed, of a sort. It ain't much, but it gets the job done. 10 gold a night if you're interested.
I
It's
just...
upstairs.
Finding
Raylan will
unverily with some
finally
vengeance.
get what's coming to
hear
her.
I didn't say I would go off and kill her, unless it counts as murdering a person, but that's probably not murder, right? I mean, it is murder. Well, not if she's just to murder someone, do you need to do it when they're not attacking you? Is that only when it's a murder, or is it a murder just if you kill another person? There's important details. Let's get a couple hours sleep, and we'll contemplate the morality of killing somebody in cold blood or not. Whoa! 12 virtues left. Well, we want to get extra lucky. We definitely need more magicka. That's arguably our most important stat. And then speed, being able to move out the way is very helpful. Having extra health, not necessarily, but I think we could get a little bit extra speed. Were we good? Willpower doesn't help us because it's how quickly you regenerate magicka. We don't need willpower. So either endurance or speed. I'm gonna go with speed for now, so we could move a little bit with more sped. Whoa! What happened to that chest? Hello.
It's you. Hi.
You haven't gone and taken on the necromancer? Do you want to come and take on a necromancer?
This better be good.
You like jokes, and you like boasting. You don't like
Don't waste your
admiring.
flattery on me.
You don't like that.
Real? Yes. Yes. Well, no more. You're frightening me. Really? Whatever. Not sorry. I don't get it.
I'm not surprised that you don't get it.
Yeah, nope, that's just stupid.
You're not very bright.
Well
Boop.
done.
Boop.
Yeah,
Boop, boop.
you think that's funny?
I do a little bit. Yeah, here. I have some very funny jokes.
You think remarkable? No, not now, not later, not. No, sorry. What a don't. Please. I'm sorry.
That's right. And that was absolutely worthless. Oh, we could level up again. Do I still have the bed? Talking to you was very beneficial. It's suddenly obvious to you. You have to concentrate. All the energy and time you've wasted, it's a sin. What's a sin is that. But without experience you've gained taking risks, how could you have understood? We'll do one. We'll get some more intelligence. And then we will... we'll do more speed. Let's get speed up to 50, yeah? Okay.
Good afternoon.
What's going on
Hello.
with you?
They say syndicates of wizards have led a
How
boycott
goes
of
it? What can I do for you? I ran across a ghost once.
Imperial.
Seeing
Okay, you guys have nothing in... There's a lot of people staying at this inn for a place that only has 2 bedrooms. Does anyone else find that? Kill him and join the Brotherhood. Kill who? Kill myself? Perfect. Perfect, perfect. Are you also a bay horse? You're an Imperial Legion horse. Can I take... Oh, you can pet the horse! That's cute. Oh, I can't ride the Imperial Legion horse. Shoot. It only let me look at it. Alright, that's fine. We have a horse! Away we go! Oh, another alien well. Excellent, excellent. Welcome. Is this going to be my main character? No. I'll do streams with this character, but... Oh, it really is a beautiful game. We can go up here a little bit. No, right here. Right here is the spot. And just like... Just come on, just for a moment, just... That is just beautiful. Just absolutely beautiful, ladies and gentlemen. Alright. Get me back here. Parts of the game that I absolutely fall in love with. It really does... Whoa!
Never was, it's gone
It really does do a good job of sort of, with the Unreal Engine, I think one of the most impressive things about it is that it really gives you this sort of feeling of traveling across this large land, just Lord of the Rings style, you know?
Hello? Who's there? What's that? Your presence here will not be tolerated.
Nice armor! Mind if I take it from you? Oh, it's iron. I thought that was steel for some reason. Paintbrush. They removed one of my favorite little bugs in the game where you could just drop a paintbrush in your inventory and then it would just float. Should we go in another alien ruin while we're here? Probably, right? Move here with more. Oh, that's kind of cool. The staff actually, like... the ears flop, the mouth moves. That's a really cool detail. I'm carrying one of my brothers on my back. That's actually why I carry the staff around. That's the head of my brother. Came from the goblin side of my family, unfortunately.
You think those guys are getting killed? Really? It's just berry syrup and ham acting.
You think?
So long. Farewell.
Yes. Come here. Ah! I'm gonna get you. No, God. Staff's empty. Okay. Alright. Have a skelly. And then I will touch you. And nearly die in the process. Honestly, I'm surprised that more games don't use Havoc physics, if we're being completely real with one another. Because it's so impressive what you can do with it. And I know it called... Oh my god, look at the Welkin stones for Magicka.
Hello? Who's there?
What's that?
Oh my god, have a bob. And let me... Oh god!
Is the baby gonna cry?
A little bit, probably, yeah.
Pieces.
Go after Bob. Go after Bob. Go after Bob. Go after Bob! Not me. Potions. Potion of insulation. I have no healing. I do have healing spells that I can use. Go, Bob! No! Why did you go for the skeleton? Oy vey. Alright.
Into some goblins in the woods not long ago. Nasty little beast.
Well, look who we got here.
This is...
This ends here.
Ah, okay. Skeleton. No! Go after him.
I'm just warming up, you pathetic worm.
Go after him, go after him, go after him, go after him, go after him! Wrong target! Good job. I have played, has anybody ever tried to play a game like this and then done a, what is it called? Iron Man run? One life to get through? I've actually done it. Again, it was inspired by one of the first Let's Players I ever watched, Nagi Doll. And this is ages ago. He doesn't make content anymore. And quite frankly, he's probably one of the first, like, Let's Players that I ever watched.
Am I supposed to be impressed?
No, not particularly. Because my skeleton dies in 2 hits.
You'll never
Go after the skeleton! Wilkinson. Shield. Skeleton. And I'll touch. Oh. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Go away. Go away. Touch. Oh, I do no damage to you. Okay. There's your friends. Stare upon their corpses and weep. They're vampires. They can't come into the sun. But I can. I'm not a vampire. At least I don't think. When I know nobody else got me, including my skeleton, I know heal minor wounds has got me. Alright. I want those stones!
You do realize I've been holding back.
You shouldn't have held back. Maybe you would still be alive. Was that everybody? Can I loot? Oh, yes, I can. Wilkinson. Ooh, piece of candy. Ooh, piece of candy. Ooh, piece of candy. Ooh, piece of candy. Ooh, piece of candy.
Who's there?
Ooh, piece of candy. I'm here. Get him, Bob. No! Stuck on things! Ah! Okay, now I'm not good. Okay, we have plenty of Welkin stones now. Quick. Oh, she had a key. Nice! Potion of silence. Oh god, that's not useful. Why are you subjecting yourself to the highest difficulty? Because the regular difficulty is like too... It's just too easy. It's like you'll kill everything in 2 hits. And it's not fun that way either. Like they just did a terrible job at balancing the difficulty. We leveled up. I could go for a nap. You've ascended to level 5. Everything is more instinctive. It's as though you suddenly develop keen senses and instincts. We're gonna boost our intelligence up. We're gonna kick that luck up. And then we'll get that speed up. We're gonna be so fast. I can go so fast! Nah! You can't catch me now, Spider-Man! I am your worst enemy! And now I'm loaded with Welkin stones to fuel my evil schemes and dastardly pursuits. Herbert Daring Dashwood. At your service. Bruma. Imperial City. I guess we'll head to Bruma. It wasn't the intention to go towards Bruma, but we're heading towards Bruma. Hi, Wolf. I'm just gonna do that preemptively. What we need, so the ingredients that are most useful for us are steel blue entalomas, which to make magicka potions, if you ever want to play a similar build where you're like, oh, I want to play this build with the Atronach and I want to only use magic abilities, around here in Blackwood is where steel blue entelomas grow, and they're a tiny blue mushroom. And I think over here in the Colovian Highlands, I think near Coral, or maybe it's Skingrad. It's probably like over here in the Imperial Reserve, you can get flaxseed. And flaxseed is the other ingredient that's good for restoring magicka. And you go to those two areas. And then there is one other, Bog Beacon Caps, which I think can be found... Or maybe Steel Blue Entelomas are like over here. But you could find Bog Beacon Caps, I think, also around here-ish. And Bog Beacon Caps will help as well with restoring magicka. So, 3 important ingredients. I've created a new spell. In fact, is this? No. I thought maybe these were actually flax, but those I'm pretty sure grow up near the Imperial Reserve. Back when Oblivion came out, there were plenty of maps that showed where all the different alchemy ingredients grew. And then you could look those up and just determine where you wanted to go to pick flowers. Which was a special thing about this game at the time. It doesn't really have what Skyrim did. Like, Skyrim, if you're running by, you could see Bleaker's Way is 121 feet, and you could kind of see a trail, which Skyrim does a lot of, but Skyrim would probably have, like, a stone thing right here, right? Like a little stone marker that says, oh, there's a thing this way, you could go check it out if you want. And then you would see probably a more defined path as well to get there. Oh, hello. You guys really hit yourself. Over here at Bleaker's Way, huh? Raidus Dalvilus. Bleaker's Way sounds like the kind of place that oh, here we go. Look, there you go. Steel Blue Entelomas. So Steel Blue Entelomas are one of the important ingredients that we need. Oh, it's starting to rain. I don't suppose you guys have an inn, do you? I mean, I'll pick all your mushrooms. The Utgar's family house. No inn. No place to sleep. You mean a cairn? No, I don't belong in a cairn. He doesn't belong. He's misunderstood. If you're talking about Remus Tear, he's just misunderstood. He doesn't belong 6 feet under. He didn't do anything wrong yet. He's purely innocent. It's society's fault. Society made him this way. Yeah, super speed up the hill. Liamanitas. A cairn? Yeah, isn't it? A cairn you put... It's like an urn, isn't it? Or a crypt? One of those two? Up the hill. Athletics mastery. You can... Oh, yeah, a cairn. Yes, exactly. That. That. Oh, there's Bruma. I thought a cairn could also be like a crypt. Am I just that? No, a heap of stones piled up. A small terrier. Why did I thought it meant a... like a mound of rough stones built... Yeah, it is a cairn. Why did I think it was... I don't know. Because I'm stupid, that's why. Please ignore my horrible ignorance. What the hell is that? Ooh. Ooh. No. Bad. Bad game. Hello, dear. Whoa! Whoa! But no, no! I gotta see how long this can go! Come back! Oh. Not very long. Okay, well, your venison is really good for healing potions. I thought he was gonna be invincible. He just stood there and took it like a champ. I mean, he's living up here in the frosty mountains. You would think that maybe he's used to the cold. Cold touch wouldn't hurt him. He's coated in fur. You'd think he's used to the cold. Cold wouldn't hurt him. No, look at that. That is awesome. Man, I want to live... Whoa. Oh, hello. Who are you? And why do I feel a sudden urge to touch you? I just want to touch you. Come here. Oh, yes. With this weapon and armor, we'll be able to claim a life. And then we'll get contacted by the Dark Brotherhood and learn how to kill people properly. And then we will finally take on our rival Spider-Man. Yeah, to Bruma. Oh. We could test it out. Come here. Oh, never mind. We're not killing anybody with... Never mind. Nope. We're not killing anyone. Summon the skeleton. Go get him. No, not me. No. Good job, because... apparently this is worthless. For some reason, the dagger that I'm completely undisciplined in using doesn't work effectively. Hello.
I have no time for your pathetic attempts at small talk. Now walk away before I get nasty.
Hey, sir? You wouldn't happen to be walking out into the wilderness all alone by yourself at night, would you? That would be awfully inconvenient. I mean, it's really cold outside, and wouldn't want you to get lost, sir, now would we? That would be horribly unfortunate to just know that you're going out into the world, trying to get back home in these cold, frosty lands where your corpse would never be found.
You get any closer, and I'll turn your bones to ash.
Yeah,
Back off.
Okay, there's no problem. It just so happens that my home is this way too. I live in a cave not too far from here with my goblin brothers. They raised me. If you want to see my brother, I actually carry him around with me wherever I go. I put his head on a stick. Where is he? Here he is. Oh. I can't unequip the dagger. That's okay. I'll show you later. I'll show you later. They did a very good job with the landscaping, I have to say. Like, something like this, I mean, it's obviously it's just a divot in the ground, but, like, it's interesting. It's interesting. Oh, sorry, don't go too far. We don't want you to get lost in the wilderness. Yeah!
Come on now. There's no need to get violent.
Oh, there's no need. Oh, there's definitely need. I need you to be buried 6 feet under in the snow. Go get him. Get him, Bob.
You're pathetic.
Oh, that's the last time. Oh, I'm out of magicka. That's the last time I get called pathetic. Everyone's called me pathetic. I'll show. Oh God, you killed him. Go after 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 him. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yep. No. No. Wrong person. Go after him. Attack Bob. Bob. Distract him. Good job. Good job. Yes, Bob. Yeah. Bob, I needed to kill him. Now you took it away from me. God. And thus ends the journey of Remus Tear. He died like he lived. Like an animal. Like a beast that needed to be slaughtered. That was what I was trying, Jeremy. That's what I was trying. Absolute Noir behavior. I haven't played your Morrowind. I don't know your Morrowind secrets. It's a really good other than the difficulty. I mean, he was just a commoner. Obviously a very strong commoner, but a commoner nonetheless, and I was useless against him. Useless against wolves, with even though it's a Daedric. Poor and penniless. Poor, penniless, alone, and just miserable. Miserable old hermit was Remus Tear. But there you go. It really is a really well done remaster. It really is. I have a lot of respect for the team at Virtuos for what they've done and the way that they've been able to balance, not the game difficulty, because that they did not do well, but the classic feel of the game with the new improvements that they made. It's absolutely stellar. So, hats off to them. And I hope a lot of people hop into this, especially because it is available through Game Pass. You can just hop in, try it out. If you've never tried Oblivion like Jonas, I hope you've been enjoying it, Jonas, because it is one of my favorite games of all time, for a lot of reasons. Especially when you start getting into the, the quests and the stories. I think it has some of the better quests that Bethesda has done. The Dark Brotherhood in particular. Whenever you hear people talk about like great Bethesda writing, the Dark Brotherhood in Oblivion is usually what gets referenced as some of their best quests and some of their best writing. So definitely worth it. I also really do like the Mages Guild quest line. Fighters Guild is fine. I like the Mages Guild quest line. I like the Dark Brotherhood. I've never done the Thieves Guild, actually. I've never done the Thieves Guild. And I'm gonna be honest, I think the main quest is pretty cool. I think it hits a good balance of sort of epic, high stakes. Of course, you run into kind of the goofiness that any Bethesda has, where it's like, you need to go deliver the amulet now. Like, go deliver the amulet, and you're like, okay, I'll just do that after I become the archmage and the leader of the fighters. You know, the kingpin of the arena and this and that and all. So there's that, but and I think one thing Oblivion did not do well was its dialogue. Like, I will say Starfield, for all of its faults, had a very good dialogue system, and I know that it suffered from the same problem a lot of games do, where it's like you could say 3 different things, but it's all really the same thing. I think Oblivion's dialogue went from Morrowind, which of course had no voice acting at all, so it was easy to do a lot. It went from 1,000 lines to rumors, amulet, directions. Like, you know, they'd be like, we need you to go find the mysterious artifact of Xanathar, which is hiding up in the blood mountains of Undaral. And you're like, mountains? Question mark? So, but everything else was really, really good. And they have, like, I mean, I don't know why Bethesda took away a lot of things. Like, I don't know why Bethesda took away spell crafting. I think they brought staff making with one of the Skyrim DLCs. I don't know if they ever did spell crafting, but you could do spell crafting in this. I don't know why they took that out. I don't know why they took out, like, unlock spells. I know they weren't really used. Most people probably just ran around with lockpicks, so Bethesda was like, well, people are just lockpicking everything anyway, so let's just get rid of it. But it's that little thing, like, not everything needs to be combat oriented. The thing that I think Bethesda struggles with a lot is they don't have a way that they've integrated, hey, I want to play a cleric that uses healing, but I want to be able to do things offensively too, without just being a destruction mage, right? You can't use healing spells really to do damage. And there's mods that do add that in. There's mods that will be like, no, this is a restoration spell, but it does like solar damage, so you're channeling holy light on the enemies. It's like, okay, it operates the same way as a destruction spell, but now I could use it. Dawnguard added that. Very limited though, if I'm not mistaken, right? And was it still destruction, or did it fall under restoration? It was restoration. Okay. But then, so that's good. I forgot that Dawnguard had added that, but now that you're saying it, it is familiar. But then again, I never beat Dawnguard, right? I've said this publicly many times before. I've never beat Skyrim, I've never beat Dawnguard, I've never beat Dragonborn, so there you go. I forgot the farthest I got in Dawnguard. I did play quite a bit. I know Serana went back to the I did the Dawnguard route. I never did the vampires, but Serana came back. She met you. We had to go through a portal that was like back in time, where I think Serana meets her mother or something. And that's the farthest I got in that. And then you had to decide if you're gonna cure you at that point you have to decide, like, okay, I'm gonna cure my werewolf disease. That's when you go to the soul cairn, isn't it? And maybe you do it again or something like that. But anyway, but then they need to find a way to integrate that into the skills, right? So there are perk mods that will say, okay, you could get all these perks, but now we integrate it where, like, you have the restoration tree, which branches out. Instead of just being like 3 paths, it now branches into 8. And then you could sort of be like, all right, I'm going to do restoration, but I'm actually going to do healing magic, or I'm going to go down this offensive restoration skill tree. And you could go down all these different paths, similar to what the one-handed skill did, right? One-handed was like you could do daggers, maces, swords, or axes, and you could kind of go through each of these different paths. And I liked that. I liked that a lot. It was basically their way of saying, okay, we took out, like in Oblivion, you have blunt blade, an axe. Is axe a skill? But they took out that, so like let's put it into the one-handed, specific perks that you can get. But do that with restoration. Do that with alteration. Do that. The more that they can expand that and make the utility skills can now be used in an offensive way, right? Lockpicking, use it to set traps, and you could get a lockpicking skill tree that's still under lockpicking, but it's all dedicated to setting traps and deadlier ones at that. Now you have utility, not just, you have utility and you have offensive. And you could start to use things in much more creative ways. So now you combine a bear trap with the rune spells, right, that you could place on the ground, and now you got something that's kind of getting interesting, in my opinion. Same with the offensive skills. You're really good at blade, but I don't know how you would maybe work this one. But if you're really good at one-handed, how can that be used for something more practical? And not in a way that's limiting. Like it's, oh, you unlock this perk, now suddenly you can if you go down blunt, if you go down a blunt in one-handed weapons, and you're using blunt weapons like a hammer, you could use it to break off, get a perk that lets you break off locks on chests so you don't have to lockpick them. That sort of thing. So you have multiple ways to approach the same thing. Bethesda, in my opinion, has always struggled with that. Starfield's skill system didn't really allow for it too much, from what I remember of their skills. But Elder Scrolls is ripe for it. Elder Scrolls is the place to do all that. And that's, when it comes to Elder Scrolls 6, that's where I'd rather see the improvements go than in, hey, we have these incredibly fancy graphics. Hey, we have this settlement system. Hey, you could do shipbuilding, which of course is what everybody's speculating about. And it's going to run into, I think a lot of that stuff will run into the same issue that Starfield ran into. Starfield, everyone was like, oh, shipbuilding is so cool. Like, you're going to be able to fly around. You're going to be doing all this stuff. And it's like, okay, on paper, and this is what I said from the get-go, on paper, all that stuff sounds awesome. But in practice, it's like, what are they sacrificing in order to make that happen? How much time are they diverting? How many resources are they diverting to say we're going to have this awesome shipbuilding system, when you think, okay, well, what if instead of making ships, you thought of a better skill system, or more skills, or different builds, and you integrated it into the way that we were just talking about? Definitely diversify and expand skills. Only exception is that the lockpick and pickpocketing go into the same category because they're too one-dimensional on their own. Yeah. You could probably just put it under a burglary skill, maybe. You could probably just put it under a broader burglary skill. I mean, I think even if you look at what's its name, Ordinator Perks of Skyrim, they managed to flesh out the pickpocket and the lockpicking skills in interesting ways, right? That's sort of the reference that I look at is, well, what did Ordinator do? Or what did Orsinium, Land of the Orcs, do for the skill trees in Oblivion, in Skyrim? But there you go. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching tonight. Thank you, Chris, for the $20 super chat. As always, thank you for the support. I really do appreciate it. And expect, I want to do a giveaway of some kind soon. Oblivion would have been appropriate, but it's tricky. It's tricky to do giveaways sometimes when all these games are available on Game Pass. Um, all these games available on Game Pass, and it's like, well, I could gift it to you, but a lot of people are just going to experience it that way. So do you really, people who get it might not appreciate it as much because they're never going to use the Steam version. They'll just play the Game Pass version, and then that'll be that. Oh, Bobby, welcome. Gift Game Pass. You can't, well, then you're limiting. That's a good idea, right? You could gift Game Pass codes. It's an excellent idea. But then you are sort of limiting who can take them. Because not everyone. Well, I guess you're saying between PC and Xbox. We could gift Game Pass. You're right. Hey, Bobby, welcome. Yeah, sorry, we are ending now. I'm gonna go off and play Obscure, and I'll probably record it too. This is an Xbox. Lord of the Cats is an Xbox. I'll probably record it, and post some recorded reactions of that. Ultimate does both PC and console. Yeah, but if you're on PC, do you really need Ultimate? There's no benefit to having Ultimate unless you play on both PC and Xbox. Then I guess it's useful. Either way, it's meant to be a giveaway, so whatever they want. Maybe I'll just do both. Maybe I'll do a Ultimate and I'll do a PC Game Pass and can give those away. But I want to give back. The channel's been doing good. And of course, like, you know, support and generous donations from folks like Chris are how I fuel that type of stuff. So maybe next week we'll probably no games coming out, I think. We have a little bit of breathing room till Doom the Dark Ages. So there you go. Maybe you could give away a copy of Doom the Dark Ages, which is also on Game Pass. We'll figure it out. But anyway, thank you all so much for watching. Bobby, thank you for stopping in. Holly, Jonas, Jeremy, as always, Chris, and King Fanman for stopping by as well. I'm sure, King, that you went off. And Bim Lau stopped in to say hi and then head to later. Thank you, guys. When you're as big as Radbrad. Yeah, I mean, listen, I would love to be able to reach 5,000 by the end of this year is my goal, but that would be fun. 5,000 would be fun. I have a video I'm working on. I'm going to work on that first. That'll be out tomorrow. So you guys have something to watch. And then I have kind of an overlap where I did give impressions of Oblivion Remastered, but also a discussion on what Oblivion Remastered means for the industry. And I have one edited, and I have one recorded. So 2 different videos. I'll probably release both of them. But anyway, Bobby, I hope you get there. Yeah, anybody here is not following Bobby, go check out Bobby. Bobby's a great guy. Very supportive, and I want to support back. Let me know what you think of Expedition. Hey, Fark, how's it going? Welcome. A little late. That's all right. No worries. No worries. I hope you get to 500. I'm subscribed, so you got one from me, but go check it out. All right. Thank you, everybody, and I will catch you all tomorrow. Video going live. Good night.